so much happening in the commodity sector. The super cycle is in full effect. It's raging on, but nothing is more important than the oil sector. We're going to talk about the oil price today. Very important levels and developments that happened within the past 24 hours. We're going to talk about my favorite big oil stock in case you missed the move. We're going to talk Petrobras from the emerging markets. I'm going to give you another oil stock, smaller one that nobody talks about. It looks really good. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day, your show for swing trading ideas for the coming days, weeks, and month. Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day. My name is Daniel Wilhelmi. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Hit the subscribe button if you feel so kind. Much appreciated. Let's jump right into it because I like to keep these videos short because we all have things to do and a life to live. Oil price. What a crazy ride it's been for the past days. In my last video, I talked about the oil price breaking this downtrend that has been in place since August. This downtrend right here. As you can see, we doinked off it, doink, broke through it, broke the 50, confirmed the breakout, went right into attack mode, which, to be quite honest, surprised me a little bit, to attack the downtrend that started in January of 2025. Now, in the last video, I told you, well, that might be a little bit too much. Because in that same area, you also have the 200. So I said, well, we might be able to get to 62, but let's wait this out. And that's exactly what happened. We went up to the 200, we got rejected. Then the Trump tweet came out where he said, there are no more shootings in Iran. You may believe it, you may not believe it. Doesn't really matter. It led to an immediate sell-off in oil. I think that tweet alone probably didn't cause the sell-off, but in combination with the rejection of the 200 and the fake breakout of the 2025 midterm downtrend, yeah, that did it for the oil price. And now, as you can see, now we have a rejection of the downtrend and we're moving lower, which is fine. That's not a problem. Because the important thing is, do we stay above the 50? Actually, I would like a retest because it's healthy and it strengthens the breakout. So if we go back down to the 50, to about 58.80, 58.75, and hold this area, everything is still fine, and we're going to get an important weekly candle. Let me switch to the weekly so you know what I mean. What I mean that, let's say we hold this level or we go a little lower, like $1 or something, that's fine. What we clearly see then is, yes, the long wick, not great, but that's not the important part. The most important part is that we would confirm the breakout of the downtrend that has been in place since August on the weekly as well. Okay, so that's the situation with the oil price. What's going on with the oil stocks? Well, it was wild what was going on. So let's take a look at Exxon Mobile. What a performance from old Exxon Mobile. I've been recommending to get into Exxon Mobile since we broke this diamond formation to the upside. Let me clean up the moving averages. There we go. I told you, diamond formation rarely happens. We break out of the diamond formation, whatever direction it is, you get a massive move. Well, I think Exxon Mobile is delivering on that. What a big time move. By the way, congrats to my friend Tom, who bought Exxon Mobile after he saw the video about it in the fall, sitting on some really nice profits. You owe me a coffee, you owe me a cake at Milk Bar. And if Exxon Mobile keeps going like this, I'm ordering the whole effing cake. So, Exxon on weakness is always a buy now. We are talking blue sky potential to the upside because we broke this crucial yellow resistance zone that was the doink area, as you know by now, right? It was clearly a trade to doink, 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 doink. We broke out. Maybe we get a retest. I'm not even sure that's going to happen. I think this area right here, unless the oil price completely falls below the 50 and falls below the old August downtrend, then this is probably the area that you're going to get. So anything around 126 to 125, that's probably the low on Exxon, which is still my favorite stock of the big US oil companies. There's a reason why it is the strongest of the big three. Now, let me tell you my favorite though, because Exxon clearly has run up a lot, but ConocoPhillips, that is a big oil that I would buy right now. Look at this. Beautiful bottoming formation. Let me switch to the weekly for you, so make this a little more. There we go. Beautiful bottoming formation right here. Our favorite formation. Resistance zone. We're about to fight to break out. We already broke the downtrend from 2024. We broke the downtrend from 2025. You know what this means. Here is the 50. We're already above the 50. So all it takes, and let me switch to the daily again, is for us to break the resistance zone. And as you can see, we are in full effect to do so. And if we do, this stock, as you can see, has a lot of room to run. There's a nice trade in ConocoPhillips. Looks very different than Exxon Mobile. I really like ConocoPhillips here as a breakout candidate. Now, let's get to Petrobras. Don't tell me I didn't tell you in time about Petrobras. I told you about Petrobras when we broke this downtrend. Look what has happened yet. We sold off, but we are now above the 50, which is relevant. But what is really relevant is, are we going to break this downtrend? This downward channel that has been in place since 2024? That's the big one, right? And therefore, it's absolutely understandable that with the oil price going down, that the stock yesterday developed a long wick, just selling off the breakout. But we still closed around the upper end of the downtrend channel, right? Maybe in my analysis, we are above it. Maybe in another one, we're right at it. We still need to push above it in a strong day. So we'll keep an eye on this. But again, Petrobras looks great. One of my favorite stocks in the oil sector for the emerging market. My favorite stock for 2026, 2027, I'm going to present in a special video for our newsletter subscribers. If you're new to the channel, you can subscribe to our newsletter. It's free. We'll send out videos and give you free value. We're not going to spam you. It's all information, no spam. You just go to bullmarketlifestyle.com or click on the link in the comments and you get right to it. You can subscribe. Again, it's free. And then you get the video, which is the preview of my favorite emerging markets oil stock. And I think you'll really like the story you're going to hear on this one. Petrobras, my number 2 favorite. So let's talk about the other oil stock that I promised, and I like to keep my word, that nobody's talking about. Gulf Keystone Petroleum. Okay. Yeah, you don't hear that name every day. But that's why you come to our trades of the day, to hear trades and stocks and analysis on stocks that you don't see on CNBC, that you don't hear or read or see in everyday financial media. This stock looks great. Let's start here. Uptrend since 2025. Nice. Not that many oil companies can say that, going all the way back to the April sell-off. So that's a big plus that we like. Downtrend 1, broken. Downtrend 2, broken. One trigger. If you don't know what these numbers mean, I'm not going to get into it. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss videos where I explained this, and this has served us really well and made us a lot of money in the past. So, one trigger triggered with the break of the downtrend, 2 triggered with the 50 that we broke here, 3 trigger resistance zone. And we are attacking it right now. Unless the oil price, again, breaks below the 50, breaks below the August downtrend that we broke, right? This stock clearly looks like it wants to go higher. That's it for today. You're going to get another video tomorrow because there's so much happening in the commodity sector. It's amazing. So many opportunities to make money. The super cycle is in full effect. As I always say, this is where the easy money is being made. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.